That what they just reminded me.
All right, good afternoon, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host WD. WD, we finally pulled it off, fam. 5-game losing streak. We finally was able to reel one in, fam. How you feeling?
Well, they had better one today. I mean, it's the Jets. But I mean, hey, look, it feels good that the Saints got the win today. It felt good to see Alvin Kamara return. Man, he was balling, bro. He looked like AK. When I saw him play, bro, I was just thinking like, hey, I kind of forgot how I felt to actually watch this dude. Man, I miss him so much. So I'm just glad we got the win, and yeah, glad they finally handled business.
Man, that's what's up. Who That Nation, I'm pretty sure you guys enjoyed this W. Finally put up a lot of points. It's been some time we was going, even whole halves without putting up any points. So it feels good to see us putting points back on the board. But like WD said, it is the Jets. But it is what it is, man. We probably just needed the W in general. Hopefully, this is the start to, us getting on a little run and making this thing interesting. Because the season is not over yet, so we will see what happens. But once again, hope you guys are having a fantastic afternoon. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I'm unable to be in my studio today, so I really can't see all the comments and stuff today. But we try to pull up as many comments as possible. But just shout out to everybody in the chat. But how the show gonna run today? Of course, we're gonna recap the offensive side, defensive side, some special team moments, and if we got time, we'll take a few calls. So that's how we're gonna do this thing today. So before we get started, I see Brian Pearson said, "Who that win?" Yeah, shout out to you, Brian Pearson. But before we get started on the offensive side, I do just want to say, but what side you want to start with, WD? It don't matter to me.
We gotta start with the offense because surprisingly enough, I mean winning was one thing we should have won, but they scored 30, man. I'm shocked, man. I figured we were gonna score some points today. I'm just shocked it's 30. So let's go on the offense.
Fast. I will say, right quick before we get started, let's see. I don't think this is really no record broken or nothing like that, but it does feel good to actually beat a rookie quarterback drafted in the top 10. It feels good to finally beat a rookie QB drafted in the top 10 because I think it started with RG3. When he came to the Superdome and he put the clamps on us, and then it just continued with all of these rookie quarterbacks. I ain't even gonna say top 10, but I know rookie quarterbacks was coming in the building, whether home or away, and just putting the clamps on us. So it definitely feels good and less embarrassing to finally put the clamps on the rookie quarterback. But we'll get on that side of the ball. But Yeah, let's start offensively. Okay, we can start with.
I start
Let's
with the
just start
quarterback.
with we
I
we
start
just
with the quarterback, man. Let's do it.
quarterback Taysom. Clearly Taysom. You know, you can see that his finger was messed up with some of the throws, but I'm glad that he didn't that didn't cause him to make cause turnovers. You know, but yeah, you can definitely tell. You know, the finger is going to be something that he has to deal with the rest of this season. You know, it's kind of a bad thing because I think if the finger, you know, was fully healthy, if his hand was fully healthy, I think he would have gave us even more of a boost. You know, especially in the passing game. But you know, hopefully it just get better as time goes on. But yeah, other than that finger, you know, he definitely ran the ball very well. This is something that teams know he's going to bring to the table, and he was able to still execute it. So, you know, that's it's just him showing his personal abilities to be able to run the ball. And shout out to the old line. The old line, you know, contribute to that as well. But yeah, thoughts on Taysom? WD?
Oh man, I just gotta say, early, they talking about his finger is messed up. I'm just like, man, okay, his finger is messed up. So you know what you do? You run the rock. So I was kind of getting ticked off earlier. Of course I would. I mean that's expected. But for the most part, tell you something, I thought he did what he could do. I noticed when they wrapped his finger, it seemed like maybe like the third or fourth quarter. That was sometimes he was at those throws was actually more sharp. I was just I was like, oh, okay, so he's looking okay right now. So he was doing what he can do. He kind of ran up the score. Got to 30. But that I mean, pretty much, I thought he was solid. He didn't do anything to put the game in jeopardy for the most part. There was no turnovers. He did. I think he lost the snap at one point, but he got back on it. But other than that, it was all good, man. I know the main guy we should be talking about. It's Kamara. Kamara, he was, like I said earlier, just glad that he's back. He's a beast. I mean, like, is it really a coincidence that we scored 30 points now that he's back? Like, that's our dude, man.
Nah, it definitely ain't, man. I'm just glad he. They said he was kind of on the count, but he, you know, he definitely didn't look limited with his knee or anything. He definitely explosive. You seen the explosiveness. Um, so yeah, shout out to him, man. We need him, but we need Mark to hurry up and get back as well. I don't know how the COVID thing goes. Is it 10 days? Is it 14 days? But hopefully Mark can join us next week so we don't start giving AK the load again. But the difference this go round with that is, you know, you got Taysom back there, so you don't have to be giving AK, you know, 30 carries. I'm talking about right now. He just came back from an injury. You know, you can split it up. Taysom, you
Right.
know, get his 15. So yeah, that's the thing about it. But yeah, just in all, we need Mark back to, you know, help reduce the load, the AK, so we can have him for, you know, the stretch of this season. You know, I see.
My, I mean, some of those runs though, man. Those runs, I was like, oh, there he is. He back. He trucked somebody. I forgot who it was, but I think that was maybe his first run, maybe second. But I like, oh, there he is.
Right.
Just good to see.
I see Leslie said O line played like shit. CB. I
I
mean,
agree. I agree.
they did, but I mean, far as the run, I mean, really, I mean, AK was able to. AK was making more out of, you know, the little blocking he had, but I mean, when your running back gets that many yards and, you know, then you put on. Since I said they run blocking was decent. Now, yeah, they pass blocking. I just know one play that just stood out to me was a play with Ruiz. I don't forgot what he was doing. Was it a pass or what? But it was one block. If he would have made that block, it was at least 20 yards that Taysom could have got on that play. I
Or
think
you
it.
you can't forget about I can't see his name with Throck Morton, whatever his name is. He kind of
Yeah,
got in Kamara's way on that play, and Kamara's pushing, trying to push his behind out the way, man. You know, Kamara wanted to score, but yeah, I mean, just some of those, we know how our interior can be. Caesar is still, I still don't think he's that great. And besides that, I think Hurst. I know Hurst. He got beat on. He got beat bad on a freaking a sack on Taysom. So I was like, wow. But other than that, I mean, I think the O line is what it is at this point. We messing around. Of course, it could be better with Andrews Pete, but we know our interior is not the greatest of our O line, and that's an understatement.
right. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Taysom had a hell of a running game. They said he was limited. AK, you know, if you watch the game, if everyone watched the game, you clearly see what he brought to the table. We needed that boost. Offensive line, um, yeah, the pass blocking was definitely wasn't there. Um, Run game was okay. AK had to make a lot of things happen, himself, with those runs. And as far as the receivers go, shout out to Nick Vanette.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Nick, Nick Vanette, man, this guy was known as a pass blocking tight end, a run blocking tight end in Denver, with Pittsburgh, and this guy stepping up and really. No, no, no. I say that he's doing. I say he's doing better than what Adam doing, what Adam did.
Absolutely, yeah,
I say
definitely.
that because he had 3 receptions for 44 yards. I think one of his catches was called back, but soon as he jumped on the scene, he getting catches and going. It ain't no dropping passes or nothing like that. So shout out to him, man, for bringing some type of receiving to the game. To our offense. Not dropping the ball, you catching it and you going. So shout out to Nick Vanette. And I do want to say with the receivers, as far as Traquan go, I seen a I should have sent that to you earlier. You probably done seen it, the one of Traquan. I think he done played in 7 games. He got 22 receptions in 7 games and 2 TDs. And I believe one or both of those TDs was with when Jameis was there. I don't forgot, but yeah, 22 receptions and I'm putting him on the I'm putting him up front because he the veteran receiver we got. We already know what it looked like at receiver, and this guy definitely ain't helping out. We gotta rely on guys like Nick Vanette. Jawan Johnson had a nice catch.
Hmm.
Jawan Johnson had a nice catch. Who else had a? We had to put Winston, the other Winston, in the game. I believe he had one catch. I believe he had one catch. Who else had a catch? Uh,
Well, I
that
know I know Traquan. I'm not Traquan. I'm sorry,
Marquez Callaway.
Marquez. Yeah, Marquez.
yeah. But yeah, man, Traquan definitely ain't been giving us anything. And was he even starting? I wasn't even. I don't even think the man was out there starting, to be honest. But yeah, he should be an every down receiver out there, and he rotating in. I know that much. But like I said, man, we were still able to generate 30 points. Um, and yeah, at the receiver, man, I gotta give it to Vanette. He definitely held it down, but this was definitely led by AK. Shout out to AK. He was doing
So
good,
where are
catching the
we at?
ball as well.
Because we usually introduce the late people and catch us up. Where are we?
Well, on the offensive side,
Okay.
I just seen you hop on. You gotta change the avatar. I wasn't even paying
You
attention to
probably
that.
thought that was a double
Yeah, I
V.
thought that was. But we got Carla in the building. Carla, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I was just trying to listen to see where I could step in here, but I couldn't. I was waiting for my introduction.
I thought you would have saw the name, CV.
How you feeling, Carla, after the W?
I'm feeling good, man. Like we needed it. You know what I'm saying? I think I feel good because more so because with this win, we're still in the hunt for a playoff spot. So it didn't take us out, and we're in the spot where most of the time we're on the outs looking in. For instance, what I mean is every year when we made it to the playoffs, we had to wait for somebody to win or somebody else to lose to see where we were going to be at. And now that's us. Like Tampa Bay needed us to lose so they can clinch a playoff spot, and we won. So now they don't clinch the playoff spot. So it's a lot of teams that need us to lose games now for them to do something. So I'm just happy that we won, and I'm happy that we was able to spoil their little playoff berth.
Okay, that's what's up. Cornelius talking about playoff across the month.
Yeah.
Playoffs?
Playoffs. Somebody else said it on Twitter to me, and I replied with the little 50 cent gift where he's like looking in the car, laughing and driving off. But but yeah, I don't know where y'all left off at, so I feel like I can't just jump in because I don't want to say something y'all already said. I'm sorry I'm late, by the way, too. My aunt just came and I had to do her. She asked me to do her hair, and so
Okay, we just talking about the offensive
the
side.
offensive side.
Yeah, he
Well,
scored
just
30
start,
points.
just so I can add my 2 cents in since I'm late, y'all. I'm sorry if y'all already said this, but I would like to, I was extremely happy by the fact that we were able to control the possession of time
Hmm.
the entire game. Also, specifically the first quarter. We kept the ball. We didn't give it to them at all. Like you would think with how much time we had took off the clock each time that we had it, we would be up by more than what we were. But I was just happy that the game was in our hands. Like we controlled the entire game. So that was fun. I think for me it didn't fit in until the second quarter when Taysom Fanga started to really show how bad it was when he could barely get a throw off. And at that point, I thought we were going to be forced to run the ball, which wasn't going to be a bad thing for me because we've always preached run the ball, run the ball. But I think that the Jets also knew that when his finger was starting to be bad, that we were going to rely on the run game, and so they switched their defense up to stop the run, which was able to help us get a few throws off because they weren't expecting it. They weren't expecting him to do much with that messed up finger.
Right.
But offensively, I would like to think that we played a pretty good game. We were able to put points on the board, and that's the most important part.
Points?
Yes, points.
I
I
forgot what
know,
that is.
I know, right? Um, Elvin Kamara obviously was the star of the game for me offensively. I know y'all say Varnett.
Oh, that boy a beast.
He was, yeah, absolutely. But but with Elvin being back, it showed exactly how important he is to our offense and to our team in general. He had
Definitely
six
important.
plays for 54 yards and a touchdown, and that was in the second quarter. They still had 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Um, so so that was the first half for me. The second half offense, we had a 3-and-out. That was unfortunate. But thankfully for our defense came out and gave them another 3-and-out thanks to that sack by Quan Alexander. Uh, but we played poised. We played poised. We didn't panic. We played our assignments. We didn't let them get off with we didn't we didn't let their defense, get us off of our game. We stuck to the game plan and it worked.
Yeah,
So
and no turnovers is big for me because I mean the way we've been
no
turning
turnovers.
the way
And
the way we've been turning over the ball, it was just good to see finally have a game where we ain't turning over the ball one time. I'm just happy with
and Taysom Hill, these rushing touchdowns.
that.
I loved it. I was happy he didn't turn the ball over. I was happy when he started to slide because y'all remember last season how I kept saying my biggest problem with Taysom Hill is when he starts to run with the ball, he have to understand he's no longer a quarterback. They're looking at him as a receiver, and he doesn't slide to give up the play. And he did it, y'all. He actually did it. I was so happy for my boy. I was like, look at you. Okay,
I'm
you can
laughing.
slide.
I'm laughing because after the game, Elvin Kamara said that he told. I guess he said that on that last touchdown, he hoped his dumb ass slide. It was just funny.
But yeah, I know we already talked about. I heard to be talking about Traquan, which I agree. He definitely needs to step up more because we need him. But he did give us a little short crossing route and got a 21-yard game on third down. But he gotta do more.
Right. So yeah, that's really it. On the offensive side, yeah, AK definitely was missed, and yeah, him and Taysom being that combo far as in the running game and adding more to that hopefully next week. Yeah, that's gonna help us out a lot, but we definitely got to stick to that. I mean, once again, I know it was the Jets defense, um, and I mean, I don't know where they rank at, but I don't think they, no scrubs on that side.
They got players. They got
Yeah,
good players. They even got some of our former players, but
yeah,
they still kind of stink. Like it's just not well coached. The run defense ain't great. So, but I mean they got pieces over there. They do got pieces over there. By the way, CJ Mosley, I just want to say, man, if you won't come to the Saints in a couple of years, I know you're gonna probably be 30 by then. But I'm just saying, like you know,
yeah.
we do well with y'all linebackers. You know what I'm saying. So.
Mm. But all right, well, yeah, that's it on the offensive side. We can get on the defensive side. Well, yeah, like I was saying earlier, it should start the defense off. I'm glad that we was able to defensively, we was able to, put the clamps on a rookie quarterback that was drafted within the top 10.
Hey,
Yeah,
We've had those problems with, those guys. They had a rookie moments against us. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
they great rookie moments. So yeah, Zach Wilson definitely. Eh,
I don't want to discredit the defense, but he did put some clamps on himself too with them throws. I mean, he throwing
yeah,
missiles, and I mean some bad
yeah. We gave
missiles.
up. We gave up a. Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, I'm just saying, like like yeah, defense they did. Thank goodness they did what they were supposed to do. I'm just saying, with Zach Wilson, he was kind of helping too. I appreciate it though.
To me, defensively, the start of the game for me, and y'all know y'all ain't gonna be shocked. I know y'all two ain't gonna be shocked by this, at least from my perspective. With Marshawn Lattimore, um,
Oh, oh,
um, I know you're not shocked by that answer because it's
no,
coming out of my mouth. Um, I think the defense did great. They were able to control Ty Johnson because he couldn't make a catch. We they made they made the Jets offense one dimensional,
yeah,
and they had three back to back three and outs. Again, like I said, Marshawn was the guy for me. He was very active in the first quarter. We heard his name several times through the commentators, and They just had the Jets just had they gave the Jets a hard time getting anything started because for for me, y'all know we play really slow in the first half, and then we try to come out the second half and see if we can win the game late in the games, you know. But that was not this game. Like we came out of the huddles just ready to play, firing on all cylinders, and defense played phenomenal like they always did.
Yeah, I
They
was.
get
I'm sorry. I was laughing when you said Ledlum because I knew everybody thought he was gonna get beat by some scrub today.
like
That's
he
why.
always do.
That's
But
why I
I
was
love you
laughing.
though. But I love you too.
It ain't happen. It ain't happen. It ain't happen. Thank goodness. It
Yeah,
ain't
no,
happen.
you know the defense gave up one explosive play to the Jets quarterback for 18 yards, but then they gave up another explosive play on 4th and 7. But we was able to hold the Jets to a field goal, which when they scored, and it was 3-3 with 10 minutes and 1 second left. Um, so that besides those two explosive plays, I really just I didn't see the Jets do much because the defense, of course, our front guys, they were great at stopping the run. Like we really made them one dimensional and couldn't, and we just stopped them from getting any kind of momentum at all.
Yeah, I just I'm really glad that the run defense actually looked like they should have been looking. I mean, it's just like the past few weeks they was giving up some runs. That didn't really
Hmm.
happen too much today. It was just good to see that we got a little return of that. We're gonna need that going forward. Hopefully that stays.
Absolutely. And
Um,
I really love when they composed themselves. When like when they threw the flag on Quan Alexander and we got a 10 yard
oh
penalty,
yeah,
but Quan came back
oh yeah,
the next play and came out and sacked Wilson, and we made them go 3 and out and they had to punt. So
yeah.
I was happy that he didn't just let that, get to him. He just, next play. It's just the next play, and he showed up big time with that sack for us.
I feel like Quine always makes up for those type of plays too.
Yeah, yeah. Like it ain't gonna happen again, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something bigger. So that definitely was good to see. It was also good to hear Carl Granderson with the
Mm-hmm.
third down take to end the third quarter. So that was pretty good too. Like the defense, like we said, week after week they be clicking, but with this game in particular, we was hearing guys' names that we haven't been hearing in a while. This is what made it special for me because normally we always like the Mario Davis or um Marcus Davenport. It's guys' names that were being called tonight that we don't really hear too often that were making plays. And it just goes to show the testament of how when one guy is out and it's time for a next man's number to be called up, that we can still get the job done. And that's what this was for me.
Yeah, I don't. I still don't know who that Holmes guy is, but I mean, he,
Jalen Holmes,
yeah,
he was a high
he
he
had
was a
some
high
rush.
in the
He had some
preseason.
good pass rush. I do want to say this, bro. As far as the Saints season right now, we are what 6-7. I don't
Yes.
know why PJ Williams decides he want to have an All Pro season. Cause I mean, I'm just saying, like this dude, he don't even look like right. He don't even look like the PJ. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
we've been talking about the past couple of years. Like
We
what
can't we
this
we
man,
can't even talk about the man no more.
he even look bigger, man. Like I don't know. Like bro, I don't know. Like man,
Hmm.
maybe he was just he said I'm gonna step up my game. I mean, I would hope so after all that, but.
Unfortunately, our record ain't showing as well as y'all been playing. But we also got to give a big shout out to Marcus Williams who came up with that big old play too.
Yeah,
Oh
he had a
yeah,
nice
yeah.
play,
You gotta pay them. They gotta pay them, man.
and definitely
Stan came.
definitely felt the presence of Chauncey. Shout out to
Yeah,
Chauncey. Had
yeah,
a
he's
few pass
also it's
breakups.
just his energy alone just brings so much enthusiasm to them players on the field. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's a hype man that when you see him get hyped, you want to get hyped too because you want to feed off of his energy, and he has a lot of it. He's like that toddler that you have that you can't give chocolate to after 7 o'clock because they're gonna be jumping up and down the walls. That's what he reminds me of, and you can tell that his presence was being missed. And
And
Absolutely.
another person that was being missed, Anya Mata. He gonna have to start stepping it up. He was out there, didn't
He
didn't
was
see
out
his
there.
Yeah. I
Listen, I
mean,
didn't.
well, I seen his name on the jersey.
Let me stop.
I,
Let me stop.
I seen his name on the jersey. Now, he definitely gonna have to start getting back gritty.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that much.
you know who's been good though? Adivo. Adivo looked real nice today. You know.
Yeah, I couldn't really say
Yeah.
too much about the rookie because I've been giving him a hard time alongside Marshall Lattimore, but I always start to appreciate him more when I'm not seeing Roby. No offense. Um, but Adebo actually has been playing better and better each week. As far as for a rookie goes and trying to keep that starting spot on side of Marshawn when you got veterans that's right behind you that can also play that position too. Um, Malcolm Jenkins stepped up his game from last week too. But I would like to think that everybody did. Like defense played a very solid game today. Like we held them to so many three and outs. We brought so much pressure to the quarterback. Once he got outside the pocket, I think maybe once or twice he actually did something. But other than that, we kept pressure on him. And you can tell that Cam Jordan wasn't there, but I mean this in a good way because
oh,
those guys were so fast off the line. Like they was making the Jets quarterback so uncomfortable. Like if that was Cam Jordan would have stopped midway and then stared at him, took a picture with him, and then tried to run down and catch him again and just hope that they don't get a rough in the passer call. But these guys, they were playing so fearless. They were explosive off the line. They got exactly to the quarterback. It was they played phenomenal ball. I'm sorry, Cam, but you kind of been like the downfall for me. And this week kind of showed exactly why I didn't miss you this week. I hope you get better though, because I know COVID ain't no joke. But I'm just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
you was not Mr. Jordan.
Uh, well,
Who was the third player? Who was the third player miss? Well, I know it was Cam and Mark. They said somebody else, but I don't think it was no starter that was off of because of COVID.
Oh, because of COVID, yeah. Dang it, it's at the tip of my
well,
tongue. If y'all in the comment sections and y'all are listening right now, can y'all let us know who the other player was that was on the COVID list that was not playing today, please?
I'm a little picky. Like, and I know it's a nit. It's just me being, it's a personal nitpick. But all right, so we didn't allow a touchdown. That's the good. That's the great actually of the defense. 3 field goals, 9 points. But it kind of kills me that this defense. Sometimes I feel like they don't get enough takeaways. Like that was sometimes like, come on, man. Like I want to see you to get that interception. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm like, sometimes as bad as this offense has been, recently, it's like I'm just like I hope they get a takeaway so they can at least get like good field position. But
Yeah.
that's just a
The,
nitpick.
the only thing that bothers me about that is when they get one, just like last week when Marshawn got one, we weren't able to do nothing with it. It's like
Hmm.
it's so frustrating when you see them get these turnovers and try to swing the momentum and to go our way, but then our offense don't really do anything with it. Like I know we praised Elvin Kamara, but you got to give Taysom a lot of credit too because he was using his legs and his
Hmm.
arms, and it's just I don't want to feel bad when our defense give us turnaways and our offense don't capitalize off of it. Like just don't get my hopes up like that because I'm already sitting here, with a stethoscope, a high blusher pump, and like don't make me get all happy for a turnover defense and then offensively we don't do nothing with it.
Yeah, we could have definitely pulled off a few more W's if
Yeah.
we could have
If
generated a little something on
yeah.
the offensive side. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's where we at right now. Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully we can generate something going forward. And I just hope Mark is able to play next week so they don't start trying to give AK too many carries. Um,
Well, I hope he come back too, but I'm not mad at what Tony Jones Jr. was doing. Like I wasn't mad at that because it definitely did take some pressure off of AK because he wasn't playing bad at all. Once he got the holes and he got those spots, he got his feet planted in the ground and he was running.
I know what you mean though, CB. As far as like Mark Ingram, he got a little bit of that burst and that power, that's going to push, for more yards, and of course you're going to continue to give him the ball over time. So I mean, I do agree with that. Um, Another nitpick. No, this ain't even a nitpick, bro. We gotta do this. We gotta score on the first drive, dog. We have to. We gotta
Oh my
score a
God!
touchdown. That
Yes,
is
the
killing me.
opening drive, right? Because we the only team in the NFL don't have one.
We gotta get that. I'm sorry.
And we come too close to them. We come entirely too close. Like we're always in the red zone, but we end up with either no points or 3 points. Like not a touchdown. So we do have to fix that. We absolutely do have to fix that.
All right. Shout out to Rapid Waves. So what's up? Who that? I see you, fam. Let's see some more comments. Okay, Dad, I said it was Ty with COVID-19, and Dad also was asking about the hoodies, caller.
Yes, I'm gonna
You
do
said
it
he
after this. I'm gonna do it after the podcast is done. I promise you that. I thank you for hitting me up on Instagram about it too. I've been super busy, but I am going to do it after this podcast. I promise. You've been on the side looking to order it since last night. As soon as the podcast is over, that I'm gonna put it on there. I promise. I promise. I promise. You'll be able to buy it today. And because it's the holidays, I'm gonna give you a discount. I'm not even gonna make it expensive for you.
Rapid Way said we need to start way. I mean, we start way too slow almost every game. Absolutely, gotta get it together.
Yeah, we do. But that's why I said earlier today that I was happy about the way that we started, because we did come out playing a little faster than we normally do, because we usually wait into the second half to get something going. But that didn't happen this game. This game we came out of the huddles ready to play.
And Dada Saint said we need a running back next year, a young drafted running back. Well, I'm not ready to talk about the offseason yet, but I mean,
Right?
it
Because
wouldn't be a
listen,
surprise. It wouldn't be a surprise, but we'll see.
can we just for 1 second, just a special shout out, because I know we talk about offense and defense, but just a special shout out to JT Gray with a huge hit he had for
Oh
special
yeah.
teams.
Oh
There's a
yeah, yeah,
reason
yeah.
he's named a captain. So shout out to you, JT Gray. You definitely be doing your thing when it's time for special teams to come out there, and you definitely show us exactly why they made you a captain. So you did your thing too. You had a huge hit. You will not go unnoticed today.
Take that, Justin Hardy.
Yes. Yes, with your 15-yard penalty ass.
Oh,
Because I seen Sheldon Rankins out there too. I ain't gonna lie. I
oh
called
yeah, yeah,
myself when
yeah.
he made one of those plays. And I was like, come on, big Wiggles. And I was like, hold up, this nigga ain't even on my team no more. Like, like I don't know why I still sometimes just cheer for the guys that used to play for us, but that's not for us no more. But, y'all lost. So,
I don't even think he was starting. I don't even think
he,
he's
no,
starting, to be honest. Nah.
he didn't. He didn't. He came in. He didn't start until after that Williams guy went out, and he came in to replace him, and that's when he started getting more snaps to because the Williams guy came out went out the game with a shoulder injury. But no, he doesn't even start. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to see most of all, how the defense will react to even more missing pieces, especially the defensive line. Well, they showed that they did pretty well today. Like they really did. Like they played their assignments, and they played fundamental football, and they played our kind of football. They didn't go off the script. They stuck exactly to the game plan, and it worked. Just like I said, there were times where they could have got discouraged, like with the Quan Alexander play, but he came right back and got the sack and made them punt. So they played fundamental good football. They played really well together, and it was a very solid performance from them. But we're used to seeing solid performances from them. Anyways, we just haven't been getting the win, so we don't really talk about it much.
Right. Okay, let's see. Rapper.
I feel like we hit on everything.
Yeah, shout out to Blake Gillikin. He's still making good punts. But yeah, I'm just glad, Sean. The play column was good today. Play column was definitely good. Um, yeah, basically, yeah, pretty much we done hit on everybody that had some good games. I mean, they had a good game. Um, we won't take any calls today. But we will take calls on the preview show next week. But y'all got any final thoughts? Y'all got any final thoughts on this
I
ball game?
well, as far as the ball game, I mean, it was just good to see the Saints win. And really, I'm gonna say it again. They should have won in this game. I get some people
Hmm.
already calling the season. Whether the season does look doom and gloom, and it's probably realistically possible that we may miss the playoffs. I mean, even though I'm not with that tanking crap as far as like looking for a high draft pick, teams like the Jets, the Lions, you have to beat. I'm sorry, it's true. You have to beat them, and make no mistake about it. While our offense is bad, our offense is bad. We are injured. Our team has a lot of injuries, and we are a much better team than the Jets. I mean, 30-6. That says it all. Even when we still not 100%. But I'm just saying, right? We got to win games like this, and if they would have lost this game, uh, I probably wouldn't even want to talk about the Saints no more right now. Not for the remainder of the year. But just glad that they won. 30 points is a shocker for me. But I'm glad they put it off because that's just how bad our offense is. But yeah, that's all I got as far as the game, CB.
Okay. So we already know who we got next week. What Tampa we'll get on that next week. But I will say this though. I mean, I know we ain't talking about that, but just hopefully our receivers. Hopefully Nick Vanette can continue giving us some, you know, the production he giving us. Traquan gonna have to step up. Callaway, I think he can get off because Jamel. Well, I don't think Jamel Dean start now that Sherman done came back, or he still might be because Carlton Davis still out. But either way, man, one of these receivers gonna have to give something, next week because
Yeah.
we know what they run defense can do.
Well, I mean, I know we're gonna get further with that game, but if we want to even have a chance, if we want to be competitive versus them, we got to be better on the O line and the D line. The O line has been pretty bad. If you're gonna have a chance in that game, they gotta play better. The D line, we can't have like I said, it was big runs. Just running up the gut versus the Saints. We can't have those. Those are the two things. If we're gonna have a chance, those two things got to get cleared up. Hopefully we have Ram back next week, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Right. So any final thoughts on the show?
Shout out to the
Should
viewers. Shout out to the viewers. Glad y'all joined us. Yeah, we didn't really do a preview show. I mean, what was there to talk about? I mean, it's the Saints
yeah.
versus the Jets. I mean, really, we was busy this whole week. But as far as like the game itself, we had some players coming back, of course. But I mean, it was as far as like the Jets and the Saints, just not too good offenses. One of them do have a defense. We have the defense. But I mean, we definitely are going to have a preview show versus the Bucks. But shout out to the viewers. I do want to say like and share and also subscribe if you haven't already. And we appreciate y'all for joining us.
Right. And I'm thinking, I see, how y'all schedule looking, but yeah, I thinking right now, viewers probably Wednesday or Thursday. Be the day for the preview show Wednesday or Thursday. But I see, how everybody's schedule looking. We'll make a decision on that. So just be on the lookout for a show. One of those 2 days or maybe even later. But definitely shout out to y'all for tuning in. Um, Like I said, I know I hadn't been on camera the last two streams. I just had been in my studio, and yeah, as far as the preview show, it wasn't nothing like we running or we just did we were just too busy. All of us have busy schedules, just too busy to do a podcast. Even me coming on myself trying to do a little stream. It's just life, but like WD said, this is the Jets. So really ain't too much to talk about. We better get out there and get a W. Uh, yeah, it definitely wasn't looking good the rest of the way. So yeah, but yeah, shout out to y'all, man, and shout out to Rapper Ray. I believe this is my first time seeing you, fam. So shout out to you, and of course shout out to the OG Dada, um, Jerry DJ 420, everybody that tuned in, Rose City. Brandon McGowan, Scooby do it too. Shout out to you, fam. Definitely been a minute with you. Shout out to Cornelius. And yeah, just everybody that tuned in. And like we said, yeah, we have a preview show this week coming up. And I just been busy, far as the match stream goes. So I'm gonna try to get something done with the match stream. I hadn't quit on that. That's still part of, what the podcast brings. That's an area that we want to bring to you guys is the mad stream, but I just gotta be available to do it. So other than that, we don't have anything else. This is the WDN Chatline podcast, and we are out. Who that?
Who that?
For life.